See here, students, scroll bars. You might be knowing what is a scroll bar. Like you can see over here on my screen. See, I'm moving the scroll bar. I'm adjusting my this PDF file from left to the right with the help of this scroll bar. Even you can see at the right side, this is also a scroll bar. Okay. So that is nothing but a scroll bar. We will see that one over here. I forgot the page number 849 it is okay. So now this is what is the program which I've already copied, textbook program. Before going into the theory, I want you all to see the output of the program. This is the program which is compiled down, and this is the execution. You all please observe. These are the scroll bar. So the simple demo program this is. Okay, you can see the vertical scroll bar, and this is the horizontal scroll bar. Okay, and just observe. I will click this. You can see this bar is getting down if I'm clicking this button, and also it is showing you the number, how many numbers it is getting down. See, or else I can drag it like this also in this way. So this is with the vertical scroll bar. Similarly, you see the horizontal one. I'm just pressing the right click button. Okay, I'm not releasing it. Now I'll release it. I'll release. You can in this way also you can scroll. Okay, you can go back also. You can go up also like this. So you can see the positions. Okay, vertical scroll bar 77, horizontal scroll bar is 120. Okay, this is the demo, students. Okay, now we will see the theory part, what actually it is mentioned over here. See, this is also a scroll bar. So you can see here, scroll bars are used to select continuous values between specified minimum and maximum. So scroll bars may be oriented horizontally or vertically. And a scroll bar is actually a composite of several individual parts. Each end has an arrow that you can click to move the current value of the scroll bar 1 unit in the direction of the arrow. Okay. So this is mentioned over here what you can see the arrows. Okay. But for presently over here, this is a scroll bar on my PDF. There is no arrow. Don't worry. Okay. Over here, it is not having the arrow. But what is scroll bar? You please try to understand that thing. So the current value of the scroll bar relative to its minimum and maximum values is indicated by slider box for the scroll bar. And you can see the slider box can be dragged by the user to the new position over here. This is the slider box. Over here, I'm using the arrow, or else directly we can move it. That is the slider. Okay, then the scroll bar will then reflect this value that as we can see over here, these are the values reflected. In the background space on the either side of the thumb, the user can click to cause the thumb to jump in the direction by some increment larger than 1. So in this one, it has got again the same concept, constructors. Each and every class, remember, will have constructors. Without parameter, with parameter, there is one parameter, and the third one is with 5 parameters. Okay, and you can see this one. The second and third form allows you to specify the orientation of the scroll bar. If the style is scroll bar dot vertical, okay, the vertical scroll bar is created. If the style is like this, scroll bar dot horizontal, what you can see over here, this is the horizontal scroll bar. Okay, you can see in the program also. See, okay, two objects are there over here, and you can see at line number 15, this is the vertical scroll bar, and at line number 17, the object for horizontal scroll bar, this one is okay, and with line number 19 and 20, they have been added onto the window. And remember, this scroll bar has got two interfaces, adjustment listener, comma. In the next line it is actually in this way it is in the one line only. That is adjustment listener, mouse motion listener, and you have to register also. See here, okay, add mouse motion listener, which is registered, and also this add adjustment listener also, which are registered over here. Then same concept, students, if you are dragging it, okay, use the mouse drag, which is used to update scroll bars to reflecting the mouse dragging with some positions like X and Y, get X, get Y. Okay, then you can see values are being set on the objects of the scroll bars, that is set value of Y and set value of X. Means what output you can see over here, 77 and 120. That is because of this 31, 32, 34, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, then from here it will call the repaint method, and the rest of the thing is you all know. Okay, if you are clicking vertical, it will have this one vertical, it will get the value whatever the position is, and it will draw that string for 44th line. Similarly, for 43rd line, whatever it is, it will draw the string with 46th line. Okay, so this is a simple demonstration of scroll bar, students. You can see over here, it has got, if you see here, if you construct a scroll bar by using one of the following two constructors, then you need to use these values, set values. Okay, so just a second. See, over here it is using this preferred size method over here also. You will see that. So if you are going to use the constructor, you have to use this. See here, the parameters have the same meaning as they have in the third constructor just described. So to obtain the current value, use the get method and set value method. Sorry, to get the value, use get value method. And if you want to set some other name, use set value method. Okay, these are as follows over here. You can see in the program set value and set value for X location. Okay, and you can see this get methods. Okay. And you can see, you can also retrieve the minimum and maximum values via get minimum and get maximum. If you want to get. Then apart from that, there are other methods also. You can change this increment by calling set unit increment. And by default, page up and page down increments are 10. Okay, since you can change the value by calling this one set block increment. Okay, these are the methods which are represented. Okay, so this is a simple concept, students, with scroll bar, which I have shown you the program and the output. Okay, this is what again the explanation. This is the table, and it has got serial block decrement, increment, drag, unit decrement, increment, and you can just go through this descriptions. And this is the program which I covered and I showed you the output. Okay, the next thing is using a text field. Okay, please, students, for this text field, this is the program which I already covered. I will show you the program's execution first, then I will explain the theory part. Then execute the program. See here, this is a simple text field. Okay, you just enter here Deccan College and plus whatever the password you want. Enter. So what I give the name as Deccan College, it is showing you. Here I again press Deccan, so it is showing you the password. for you. Okay, you can write, there are many ways you can, if you want to disable the password, you can disable, it's up to you. But what is this program's demonstration is? It is demonstrating you what is text field. So these are the text fields. Okay, one is for the value which is visible. The other one is invisible, the password. Okay. Okay then students, now just go through this. Text field class implements single line text entry. This is a single line text entry. Okay. Usually called an edit control. Text fields allow the user to enter strings and to edit the text string using arrow keys, cut and paste keys also. Okay. You can use that concept also over here. See, I'm going to use the arrow. See, I'm using arrow. I'm cutting it. Control X. Okay, I have pressed Control X. It has gone. Then I will paste it here. Control V. Okay, now I'm pressing Enter. See, over here it is college. Over here Deccan. Okay, I cut from here. I've cut and I've pasted here. So this also you can do, and paste and mouse selections. We have selected no. So text field is a subclass of text component. Text field again has got constructors. These are the constructors. Four constructors. Text field without parameter, with parameter. The second one is numChars. Third one is with string. Fourth one is with both the parameters, string and integer variable. Okay. So you can see the second form creates a text field that is num characters wide. So let's see in our program, we are able to see this one. This is the second constructor, what we have seen just now over here. Okay, the second form. Okay, students, that is what we are using in our program over here also. Then next is, don't worry, slowly I will explain. Then text field provides several methods that you allow to use to utilize a text field. To obtain a string currently obtained in the text field is get text, and to set is set text. Okay, so you can observe here, get text here. Whatever you write now over here, whatever I have written college over here. Oh, okay, how you are able to get the output over here, college over here. See, in the text field I wrote college, and you are able to see here. See, I'm where I'm rotating my mouse here, college. So how you can get that with the help of get text method. So which is available at line number 31. This one, get text. Okay, if you want to set, you can set also, no problem. Then the user can select a portion of text in the field. Also, you can select a portion of text under program control by using select method. Okay, the methods are this one, get select text, this one or this one, from particular position to particular position, like that. Okay. You can use that also, but it is, you can see over here at line number, just a minute. See, get selected text. Okay, just a second. See, you can select particular whatever you want. That is with this one. See, ENG. This is for the password, pass.getText. Whatever is over here, that will be fetched by this pass.getText, and you can see this output over here. Okay, students, and apart from that, there are many other methods also. You can see over here, there may be times when you will want to use the user to enter text that is not displayed. See here, that is the password. This text, you don't want it to be displayed in the text field. Okay, so what such as like password. So for this one, you can disable the echoing of characters as they are typed by calling set echo method. So you can observe here. First of all, this is an object pass for which text field? For this text field, okay? How many 8 it can accept. So on that you have to call pass dot set echo. So due to this, you will able to see something, whatever you're typing is not displayed. Suppose what I'll do is I will over here provide this. I will comment this. Now what to do is you just see here, close this, compile it here again, okay, and observe here. You give anything over here. See, now in password you can see why you are able to see, because we have commented this one. If you remove this, you will because of this set echo, you the whatever the text you are going to type will be disabled. I hope you have understood this. Compile it again, run it again. Now you cannot. But this is because of this method, set echo. And the rest of the thing is same, students. Okay, and you see here 13th and 14th over here we are using the labels. Okay, don't worry. So this is the label what I'm rotating my mouse, name colon and password colon. So these are the labels. You can see this is the label before the text field, and this is the label before this text field, second text. This is the label. So that is because of line number 13 and 14. So two labels 13 and 14, two text fields 15th and 16. Okay, then add them. Line number from 18 to 19, 18, 19, 20, 21. Add them to the window, then register them with the interface. Okay, you can see this is the interface over here. Okay, which is registered with this add action listener. Then action performed. From here, you are calling the repend method. So that's it, students, with this text area. Okay, this is the program, this is the output. Okay, sorry. So this program was for the demonstration of text field. Okay, text field program it was. Next is text area. Okay, text area. So directly see, this is what is a text area. Okay. So what is the text area? We will see. Just let me open the program of text area. Text area demo it is. Okay. So see, students, what is text area demo? Sometimes a single line of text input is not enough. Okay, like in text field, only one line. Suppose if you want to have that, you want to represent the data on your web page or on your applet window in the form of a paragraph. Okay, that time you go for text area. Okay, so to handle these situations, the AWT includes a simple multi-line editor which is called as text area. Okay, so these are the constructors without parameter, and the rest are with parameters. Num lines, num chars, then the third one only string, then the fourth one with string with num lines, num chars, then the last one is with string, num lines, num chars, and bars. Okay, just see here in this program which one it is using. It is using the constructor with 3 parameters. So just observe here with this one. Okay, this constructor it is using in the program. String str, num lines, and num chars means how many number of lines you can have, how many number of characters you can have, that you can specify with this. So you see here, num line specifies the height in lines of the text area. Okay, how many lines you want. Numchar specifies the width in characters. Okay, initial text can be specified by str. So like in our program, in this example program, you can see string val is a variable with this many number of strings. Okay, they are all concatenated. So all of them are available in this val variable. Now what to do is use the text area class, provide the object instantiated, and in the constructor you specify the variable val, string variable val, and provide how many lines, 10 lines, how many characters, 30 characters in one line. You can specify. Okay, and add it to the window. Then just try to compile and run. You will able to see the output. If you want, I will show you the output also. It's simple. So see, students have copied the program. Okay, let us execute it. First, compile the program. .java. It is compiled now. Run this applet program. See, this is the program. Okay. Okay. So whatever the text is there, you can see here. Java, it is the latest version, so on. All the text is available over here. Okay, fine. I hope you have understood this. We have finished with this text area component and layout managers also.